miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. At Paul Brown Stadium, that's where we're at here in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now, this defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 33 and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. From the gun, it's Wentz. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. From the gun, it's Hurts. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Dancing, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On first down, Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Hurts. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 13-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. Quick throw complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals are going to take a first-quarter lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a play fake. Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. That's pulled in at the 32. Oh, a nice spin. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now, they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. They run for it with Mixon. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Ask any pass rusher, and they'll tell you any quarterback who lines up every time and goes straight back in the pocket, that's who they want. But when they have to deal with a Jalen Hurts who may come at them from any angle and can get outside of the pocket and run, that's a nightmare for anybody who has to rush the quarterback. And I love Jalen Hurts' athletic ability. Almost a 4.6 runner. This guy can get outside the pocket and make plays with his legs as well as his arm.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Eluding the... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Hurts to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
McPherson for the field goal. A 20-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. 2nd and 6. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 51 yards on the ground for him so far.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. Back-to-back nice gains, that one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing is Wentz. He's got it. Touchdown, Colts. Let's go. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
At the 29-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Bengals first down.
So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Mixon with a first down carry. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Second down. Here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
From just shy of midfield, Wentz. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now it's Hines. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Wentz on the bootleg. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. First target, first catch at a 1st down. Now a give to Taylor. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down and 4, Wentz. Incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Hines. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second and 16. Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. They'll drop to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete. Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice, because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as he gets this up past the 30.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Hines. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he'll get this up to about the 42. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Taylor. Pushes him over. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
First down, Colts.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he's got Rome. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 39 yards there, a big one.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's an excellent stop right there here in this tie game. They're doing their best to hold the fort and at least force a field goal attempt.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
They'll try and run Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And I don't think there should be much of a discussion here, but you know how I am. You kick the football, you take the lead. How bold do you want to be in this situation, though?
Blankenship's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there, and in the process picks up the 1st down. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 60 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. So this one winds up in Indianapolis victory, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at
2? And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for